Hello everyone, welcome to In Focus program. Today's topic of discussion is explained species with objectionable scientific names. Points of discussion will be the news, what are some of the species with problematic names, how are species given their scientific names, who makes the rules regarding giving scientific names to organisms, can a species offensive scientific name be changed, and lastly practice question for prelims. First of all, moving on to the background of the news. In recent years, the field of taxonomy, the science of naming and classifying all living beings, has been witnessing a raging debate whether species with objectionable scientific names should be renamed. These are names largely taken from problematic people such as those linked to slavery and racism or are linked to derogatory terms and racial slurs. Moreover, many want to entirely do away with the practice of naming animals and plants after a person. Now let's discuss what are some of the species with problematic names. The best known example of such a living being is 𝐈𝐀𝐒 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐢𝐬, named after the former German Führer Adolf Hitler. This rare blind beetle, popularly known as the Hitler beetle, was discovered in 1933 by Oskar Schiebel, a German amateur entomologist and ardent Hitler fan, and is found in only around 15 caves in central Slovenia, The Independent said in a 2006 report. Another example is the common small blotched lizard with the scientific name Uta stansburiana. The reptile in 1852 was named after Howard Stansbury, who led a famous expedition to study the flora and fauna in the USA's Utah region and collected this lizard's type specimens. Among the species which have been named after derogatory terms is the Hottentotta tamulus scorpion. Colonialists in the 17th century used Hottentot as a derogatory term for indigenous black people in Africa. Now let's understand how are species given their scientific names. Every species of animal or plant has two scientific names. The first name denotes the genus to which the species belongs. It is a generic name and is always capitalized. The second name identifies the species within the genus and is never capitalized. Both names are italicized. A genus may comprise several closely related species. These names are usually of Latin or Greek origin. Oftentimes, species are named based on their distinctive features. For example, the Sonoran mountain king snake, a beautiful red, white and black ringed creature, Lampropeltis pyromelana. But other times, organisms are named after people who discover them. They are also sometimes named in honor of somebody. Now, who makes the rules regarding giving scientific names to organisms? Although anybody can propose a name for a type of organism they think has not been formally identified by anyone else, there are certain rules or nomenclature codes that they have to follow. These nomenclature codes are governed by international bodies such as the International Commission of Zoological Nomenclature, that is ICZN, which governs the naming of animals, the International Code of Nomenclature for Algae, Fungi, etc. Now let's understand, can a species offensive scientific name be changed? The International Code of Botanical Nomenclature or ICBN in its rulebook says the only proper reasons for changing a name are either a more profound knowledge of the facts resulting from adequate taxonomic study or the necessity of giving up a nomenclature that is contrary to the rules. Similarly, as Financial Times reported last week, ICZN recently refused to change problematic names, saying its commitment to a stable and universal nomenclature remains the priority. Now it's time for the practice question for prelims. The study of cell is called autoecology, taxonomy, ecology or oneirology. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.